Welcome to the Trading with Venus podcast, where we help you establish strong trading habits, generate consistent profits, and create the lifestyle you desire for yourself and your family. Now your host, Raman Gill.
Welcome to Trading with Venus podcast, episode 23. I am Raman Gill. Thank you for joining me on the show today. The topic that I wanted to talk about in today's show is around improving performance. So once you have taken the courses, you have placed a few trades, and you have some results, how do you now go about improving those results? How do you take your trading to the next level? Today, we'll take a look at two different strategies around improving performance. The first one is based on the concept of 10,000 hours. This was first made famous by the writer Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. So according to this theory, one needs 10,000 hours of deliberate practice to attain mastery in any area. So if you're trying to get good at anything, whether that's playing basketball or learning how to play guitar or you're trading, what you need is 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, focused practice time so that you can get really good at it and become a master in this area. So how do we apply this to our trading? Fortunately for us today, there are a lot of programs in the marketplace that allow us to get deliberate, focused practice. So something like Forex Tester allows you to go backwards in time and look at all the price action in the marketplace, look at what happened previously, and allows us to actually go and execute trades in that time. We can scroll forward in time, we can go backwards, we can practice things over and over again without actually having to risk our capital. So backtesting is a great way for us to get that 10,000 hours, or in our case, it will be 10,000 trades, where you can go and place 10,000 trades. Once you do that, once you have gone through that many trades, you will get an appreciation for price action. You'll get an appreciation for how it feels to take the trade. You'll develop a gut feel or intuition for the trade. And that is all based on experience that you have gained through Forex Tester or backtesting. This is the same concept that pilots use when they are practicing their flying. They use flight simulation programs that let them make the decisions in real time and let them get the practice that they need flying instead of just going and actually going in the plane and flying. They're able to do this without any risk in the simulation environment. However, the results translate fairly similar to actually flying. And then once they've done that practice, they can go into real plane and actually fly and get their real flying time in. The practice time really gives them that leg up where they can take that experience and apply it in the real world. So same thing with us for trading. We can do our back testing and get our 10,000 trades under our belt, which will then give us enough experience so that our performance will improve in the real world. So when you go place trades in either your demo account or your live account, you will have all that experience to fall back in, and you'll be able to improve your performance. The second idea that I wanted to share with you today is around neuroplasticity. Based on the recent brain research, scientists have found that we can actually create new neural pathways in our brain. So what does that mean? It means that the brain has the capacity to create new networks, new neural pathways in the brain that help us learn a new skill. So when we do anything, for example, when we're driving a car, the brain has to focus on a lot of different things at the same time. The direction that you're going in, what's going on the side, looking at the road conditions and the traffic. There's a lot of stuff to focus on. However, the brain has a hard time focusing on all of these individual details all at once. So what the brain does is forms neural pathways to help it memorize and repeat things that we do on a regular basis. When you first start learning how to drive, you're trying to focus on each individual thing. However, after you've been driving for a number of years, you go home from work and you don't even know how you got there. So that becomes an automatic thing in our body, in our brain. And that's because of these neural pathways that get formed once we repeat these things multiple times. So we can use this same same ability of the brain to create new neural pathways to our advantage in trading. And this is how we do it. Every day, take 10 minutes after the market close to find and archive a perfect setup. So go through several pairs, find a pair where you find a great setup that you would absolutely have loved to have taken. And you will love to take it next time because it just works out so perfectly. Make a note of the market conditions around that time. Was there any data that came out? What was the impact of the news that came out? Or was it a technical level that the setup happened at? Make a note of all those things. And then think about what you would do next time when you see this setup under these conditions. Most importantly, imagine yourself executing the trade perfectly, taking your entry just at the right time, managing your trade really well, managing your risk, and staying with the trade till it's the right time for you to exit. Make a note of where your exit will be as well. Most importantly, you want to make sure that you take a few seconds to savor the victory. Feel the feelings of successfully executing this profitable trade. Do this every day. This process will not only create new neural pathways in your brain so that you can recognize the trade setup next time, but you will also get the feel of how you feel when you take this profitable trade. It will help associate the feelings of pleasure and joy with the perfect execution of the trade instead of the negative feelings that we normally tend to put when we see a great trade setup that we missed. Still skeptical? Well, try it out for 30 days and see if it makes a difference in your trading. You will be surprised at the amount of difference this makes. And this is something I will be doing from here on as well. On the YouTube channel, I will be archiving one perfect trade setup every day. And then I will be going through the process of how you could have taken this trade, what are some of the things you would have looked at, and what to do next time you see something like this set up. So this is a great way to understand that setup, to see it, have a mental repetition of it. And this is something that you can choose to share with me if you like. So if you would like to get that, I recommend you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see that trade setup every day. So that's it for today. As usual, for the show notes for this episode, please visit tradingwithvenus.com/podcast page and look for episode 23. Once again, thank you so much for joining me today. You are a wonderful audience, and I'm delighted to have you here with me. Have a great rest of the week. I will see you next time.
If you want consistency in your trading, we invite you to join our daily market analysis calls, where we provide the levels to find the best entries and targets on an intraday basis. For a 1-week free trial, please visit www.tradingwithvenus.com. Thanks for joining us today. With much gratitude, your show host, Raman Gill.